Hello, beautiful humans! Live from New York, it's Monday night. How are we feeling tonight? It's time for Monday Night Muses. I have returning guest Leland Sundries, this time with a better connection so we can really fully enjoy the music and the songs and the lyrics and everything, because I know last time Nick was on, we had a little bit of technical issues, and I know everyone really enjoyed the music too, so I was like, let's do a better experience for everybody. So before I let him get started, I want to just draw your attention to the links at the bottom of the screen. Oh my gosh, look, there's a virtual tip jar link going by. Remember, musicians eat dollars, so if you wish to feed a hungry musician, you can throw some love into that virtual tip jar. Yes, we can eat digital dollars. We all underwent that conversion. It's great. Not at all creepy. Also, please go to linktree/Leland Sundries for all the links so that you can experience this music on Spotify, on YouTube, and all the places that you might wish to connect. All right, everybody, I'm going to get out of the way and let Nick share some amazing music with you. Fare thee well.
Oh, thanks, Rory. Thanks for all the kind words. I appreciate coming back on Monday Night Muses. You're a total badass, Rory, so I'm psyched to be here. All right, well, let's kick it off. This is a song called Maps of the West. Cigarette ashes fluttered down like snowflakes to the ground. Long-haired girl in a drop-top car, leaking banjo sounds. The desert in the winter left a shooting Flagstaff. Past abandoned shanties with cinematic grace and a land. Maps of the West, maps of the West. She wouldn't have known how deep would have guessed. Stopping only when she needed her race. Driving east, the girl with maps of the West. Model A sputters past the railroad line. Cops in the gutter after the door got hot. Trash can fires at midnight and street signs torn down. You know, she drive just to see the next town. Maps of the West, maps of the West. She would have stopping only when she needed her rest. Driving east, the girl with maps of the West. To the Oklahoma fields and the Carolina pines, the hills of Virginia toward me to find. Maps of the West, maps of the West. She wouldn't have known, I never would have guessed. Stopping only when she needed her rest. Driving east, the girl with maps of the West. I'm so grateful that you found me at the Black Rabbit Bar. Talk deep into the night about following that Western star. With you I want to go, with you I want to roam. Take out those maps of the West and head for that Pacific Foam. Maps of the West, maps of the West. She would have, I never would have guessed. Stopping only when she needed her rest. Driving east, the girl with maps of the West. All right, thank you so much. Welcome to everybody who's tuning in. Yeah, I could hear my shirt buttons rattling against the guitar a little bit, so I'm going to pull my sleeves up for a second here. I'm always been a big Bob Dylan fan, and I remember buying the bootleg series volumes 1 through 3 when that came out. Well, a little after that came out. And you read the liner notes, and they're like, "Oh, this is a demo, this is a live version, this is an outtake." And there was one where it was like, "This is the early version of a great song that ended up on Blood on the Tracks." That clicking sound you hear is Bob Dylan's shirt buttons on his guitar because he forgot to roll his sleeves up. So I apparently have made the same mistake. So let's, yeah, we're gonna move on here with a song called "Keys in the Boot." Um, excuse me. Keys in the boot, and hiding out in this bunker, oh so long, don't even know if the war is still on. Keys in the boot, angel says to let her go, but I don't. I'm climbing out among the weeds overgrown. Well, you told me once I was a hard man to love, and I can't deny that it's true. Love me, you did, till we ran out of room. We cheated death, but I thought we were through. You were all there, standing by that canal. Oh, but I was untrue. But that boat sprang a leak, and it capsized with its crew. And I got lost from you. Keys in the boot. It's last call now. No one's here except your ghost. The flag's at half mast. Raise a toast. All right. All right. All right. Well, I see a couple of folks who've wandered into this little neck of the internet, and just want to say hello to everybody. And where's everybody tuning in from? Where are you? I'm currently in a little town called Copeg, New York. I kind of bounce around the Northeast a bit. I know, performers are supposed to say where they're from, so I've just been saying like I'm from America, or I don't really know. I don't know, but where are you from? Right. It's a song called Studebaker. Lemons collide and submersible slide to Milan. And creations float all around in great mode as you lay looking on. As the skirmish begins, you look truly sanguine behind your shades. Stunningly cute as you step on my boots, your lapels so badly frayed. Reflections of traffic lights off the puddles late at night. Studebaker turns down the boulevard. Taillights fade from sight. Burning paper plates, sitting on milk crates. You're intrepid beyond belief. Cosmonauts stuck in a trance as they return from France. They're seeking some kind of relief. Chemicals pervading the astonishing saves. Tonight we pass through Shelby. Sees a tractor overturned and the redwoods that burned in the sight of you found me. Reflections of traffic lights off the puddles late at night. Studebaker turns down the boulevard. Taillights fade from sight. Economic arrangements, we're talking engagement, sweat stain and spray shine. Vodka tonic, floral time sick, the rambling girl in the rake. Show me around the museum sometime. Counter reactions, other inane distractions as she crosses the state line. Tape deck magnetized and her fervor subsides. I can't afford parking fine. Reflections of traffic lights off the puddles late at night. Studebaker turns down the boulevard. Taillights fade from sight. All right. Let's see. We've got somebody from California. Wolf Cup, welcome. And yeah, I'm gonna I haven't figured out exactly where yet, but a lot of the inspiration for my music comes from the South, and I lived in Memphis for 2 years, and our friends and neighbors in Jackson, Mississippi are going through a rough time right now. They don't have any drinkable water, and it's a city of almost 200,000 people. So I'm going to donate half of what you give me. If you tip me today, I appreciate it. First of all, thank you. And second of all, I will take half of that and donate that to an organization that is helping down there. I don't know which organization yet, but I will pick something that looks like they're really making a difference. But yeah, man, tough times in America lately. I mean, Florida, Jackson, Mississippi. I mean, there's just Kentucky flooding. It's brutal out there. So thinking of all my neighbors in all those places. And yeah, let's we're gonna keep going with some weirder stuff, and then we'll bring it back to some less weird stuff, and then we'll have some fun. I'll play a cover, and it'll be good. And then Rory Kelly will take over and be her badass self. And all right, so this one is called "The Man in the Giant Russian Overcoat." There's a science project in the hallway, watching a volcano erupt and all. And as I step up to the bar, she can't have gone too far. With the man in the giant Russian overcoat, we're going island hopping right away. This trip should just last us a day. And as the cars, they all merge seamlessly, she always asks for the receipt. The man in the giant Russian overcoat, treacherous school teachers on the loose, as bandits take over the caboose. And so she stabbed the wall and came up empty. She just got up and left me. To the man in the giant Russian overcoat. Okay. It's a song off of the first Leland Sundries EP, the Apothecary EP, and I'm going to do a song now that is pretty new. This one's not out yet. We're recording a new record up in Catskill, New York, up in the mountains with a buddy, Alex Warrenquist, and I'm going to go up there this weekend, and we're going to add some guitars to it. We already got some guitar, bass, and drums down, but we need to add a couple things on top and see where we are. Anyway, this is one of the songs that's going to be on that record. Who knows when that'll come out, but follow me on Twitch and you'll find out. Yeah, this one is called Super Glue. You said she broke your heart in two. 2 months later, you're out with someone new. I know that French boy did a number on you. You put your heart back together like super glue. How'd you do it? Sew it on, solder it together. Tuck tape, nail gun, patch it up like a sweater. Would you permit me to know so I can take care of mine? Is a drywall putty or shoe goo? Would you change the fuse or use a wrench and a screw? Don't know how, but the damn thing looks like new. Did you pour in coolant, change the batteries? Sure seem a long way from that tragedy. Did you plug the leak or reinstall the software? Whatever you did, you sure did with care. Just sew it on, solder it together, duct tape, nail gun, patch it up like a sweater. Would you permit me to know so I can take care of my heart's in need of a reupholstery or reinflation? Way behind you by any indication. Hey, welcome to Anti-Fragile Tarot. How you doing? We're gonna do a drinking song. So whether you are drinking something or not drinking anything, or drinking something alcoholic or drinking something non-alcoholic, or drinking whatever you're drinking, cheers. This is a tune called If You're Gonna Drive, I'm Gonna Drink. I feel like it's kind of about that. You know, if you get too drunk, it's always a good idea to get a designated driver. But on the other hand, if you have a designated driver, then can't you just, isn't that a license to get as drunk as you want? All right. Georgia, she's from Tennessee. Works at the all-night and grocery. Showed up for jury duty, still drunk. I sunk, she was smelling like a skunk. Ran over a garden gnome on the way home to her prefab. Now she's sneaking Benadryl, paper slivers rehab. If you're gonna drive, I'm gonna drink. Tonight I'm gonna push it to the brink. If you've got the keys, well, I don't have to think. If you're gonna drive, honey, I'm gonna drink. Closed my tab at the Abbey. Got in a fist fight with this cabbie. I got home, I shut out all the lights. Pushed my mattress on up against the door. Empty plastic handles of vodka and a cigarette burn all over the carpet floor. If you're gonna drive, honey, I'm gonna drink. Tonight I'm gonna push it to the brink. You've got the keys, I don't have to think. If you're gonna drive, honey, I'm gonna drink. Just tricks, three ex-girlfriends, can't be wrong. Two tricks, three ex-girlfriends, can't be wrong. Two tricks, three ex-girlfriends, can't be wrong. Two tricks, three ex-girlfriends, can't be wrong. See, I have this little wangy bar on the guitar, so I feel like I have to use it on every song, even if it doesn't actually have a place in the song, but it's just so fun. Whew. I feel like I'm out west when I do that. All right, let's try something. I'm gonna try a cover here. Excuse me, I'm cheating. I've got lyrics in the background. I know. But I sang a song from earlier in the set called Keys in the Boot. I heard that phrase. I was playing some shows and played a show in Lubbock, Texas. And Lubbock, Texas, I'm a big music dork, and that's where Buddy Holly is from. So before the show, me and my friend paid our respects to Buddy Holly. And did you know that his original name is actually spelled with an E, Holley? I guess he must have gotten rid of that for showbiz, so his showbiz name was a little cleaner. But anyway, paid our respects to Buddy Holly. We went, played the show. We had some friends who played with us, and then we were hanging out afterwards, and we went back to somebody's house down there, and they said keys in the boot, and I was like, what? They said keys in the boot. I guess it means like we're done for the night. We're not going out anymore. You know, like you've come in the house and you've taken off your boot and you've put the keys in it. I don't know. I think it's a great phrase. So I figured I've been listening to some Buddy Holly lately, just because, and I thought I might give it a try here. We'll see how this goes. Wish me luck. This one it's called "You're So Square." I'm gonna turn up the guitar here a little bit. So. Don't like crazy music, you don't like rockin' bands, you just wanna go to the movie show instead, holding hands. You're so square, baby, I don't care. Don't know why my heart blips, only know it does. Don't know why I live, baby, guess it's just because you're so square. Baby, I don't care. Don't know how to dance moves like I do. Only know I love you, and I do. I don't know how my heart lives. Only know it does. Oh, baby, I guess it's just because you're so square. Baby, I don't care. Baby, I don't care. Baby, I don't care. There's the thing. Okay. Thanks for indulging me in that one. Pumpkin spice. Yes. I'm in favor of pumpkin spice personally. Somebody on my Instagram feed, I don't know who it was, posted something about how pumpkin spice has gotten completely out of hand because they're pumpkin flavored Cheerios. And I was like, oh no, this is the perfect level. I've been looking in the grocery store the last couple of weeks for pumpkin spice Cheerios, and I've been disappointed. So I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Let's see. We got time for a few more here. The set is racing by. See, I play a lot of shows in New York City. In New York City, there's so many bands that play on bills that, you play for like half an hour, 45 minutes. So this whole playing for more than 45 minutes thing is like kind of a new concept. Of course, when I lived in Memphis, you had to play 2 sets, so I got right real quick on that one. But yeah, how's everybody's night going, or afternoon if you're out west? I'm gonna check my tune in real quick. You guys doing okay? I realized earlier in my running through all the disasters that, of course, I should also mention that we're thinking of our friends and neighbors in Pakistan as well. I mean, it's a real awful situation. But if you give me any tips tonight that you give me, I will give half of that to an organization that's helping with the water crisis in Jackson, Mississippi. And So here's a song about nudity and gentrification. Stripper from Bensonhurst, she puts her ring back on. Beats my eyes briefly, she wanders into the cold gray dawn. She orders an egg sandwich, a voice so roughly rendered. She places 4 bills on the counter, cash earlier tendered. Sips her beer and watches the Good Day show. This is not how New York was supposed to go. She steps on the Queensboro platform, braces herself for the long ride home. She puts her hair up, she turns on her phone. Her man is a janitor, oh, he's been asleep for hours. She don't even look at him, she slips into the shower, sips her beer, and watches the Good Day show. This is not how New York is supposed to go. She massages her calf, slips a mask right over her eyes. Knows in just 6 hours she will have to get her eyes. Sips her beer and watches the Good Day show. This is not how New York is supposed to go. All right. Thank you, folks, so much. Let me try to tilt that. You can sort of see the guitar this way. All right. Thanks, Rory. Thanks for digging the song. Thanks for having me. Sorry for leaning out of frame to go and read the comments. There was a time when I had 2015 vision. That time has passed. Let's put it that way. Awesome. Thank you. I hear in Rory Kelly land that emoji is a compliment, so thank you. I'm still kind of learning my way around this Twitch thing, honestly, but all right, let's do a song. This is play a little rock and roll for you. Skating up a storm, honey, down at the side car. My knees are getting weak and my heart's gone pop. I put a nickel in the jukebox, took back my hair. Ooh, pretty baby, what you got over there? 'Cause she's a roller derby queen. Head of the scene. Like to meet you at the rink and like to buy you a drink. You are the lead jammer of my heart. Let's Bridget Pullman's. Well, you better run for cover if you're looking for romance. You're gonna be the death of me in those little hot pants. Well, I'm swigging whiskey from a plastic cup. Ooh, pretty baby, I'm about to erupt, 'cause she's a roller derby queen. Set up the scene. Like to meet you at the rink. I'd like to buy you a drink. You are the lead shimmer of my heart. Bitch, all my time, you better get in line on that Jersey Turnpike that come from 5, 6, 9. See, race around the ring, boy, that looks so swell. If you come to a bout, you're gonna see him give hell. There's no place I'd rather be. Can guarantee that you'll be there too if you're a real gone cat. She's a roller derby queen. Set up the scene. Like to meet you at the rink. I'd like to buy you a drink. You are the lead shimmer of my heart. Well. I'm just gonna pause here for a second and say thank you to everybody who's hanging out. Say thank you again to Rorie. You know, Leland Sundries in a lot of different forms, full band, solo, duo. We've played a lot of different kind of weird gigs. We don't always get to play spots where host is super gracious and we get nacho emojis, you know. Sometimes we got to just play whatever we can get, you know. Leland Sundries, I mean, we've played an ice cream parlor in Albany, New York. We played a pizza parlor in western Massachusetts. We played another pizza parlor in Omaha, Nebraska. The pizza at the one in Nebraska was better. It was pretty close, actually, but I think the one in Nebraska was a little better. We played a barbecue shop in Nashville, Tennessee, outdoors, 2 sets, July. I really don't recommend that unless you don't sweat as much as I do. We played church in Rochester, New York. There was a hippie commune in Central Virginia. Kind of a beautiful place, actually. They had us there. We were playing for our supper. The place had some construction that day because they had to expand the road to get to their newly enlarged tofu hut, which I guess is where they make tofu in huts. Kind of should have known that, but they make really beautiful hammocks too. No air conditioning, of course, but wasn't as bad as Nashville. So let's see. Where else have we played? We've played a bunch of strange spots, but maybe the weirdest one was this place called Grants Pass, Oregon. Grants Pass, Oregon. Oh, super beautiful. I remember driving into Grants Pass, and the show was at this costume shop, kind of in the back room of the costume shop in Grants Pass, Oregon. And me and my buddy Dan, we drove into town. We had a rental car. We drove in with our rental car, sort of. And there was a big banner over Main Street, and it said, Grants Pass, it's the climate. I was kind of waiting for another banner that like had the question that was being asked so I could understand like what that was the answer to. I mean, the climate was lovely, but like I didn't really see another banner. That was the only banner that I saw. So we got to this costume shop, and in the costume shop, you know, they didn't have shows every night. It wasn't like a regular music venue. And we saw our flyer up, and we were playing on folk music night. And the night before had been metal night. And and they have their own flyer up for Metal Night. And we're kind of hanging out in the costume shop. Turned out to be an all-ages show. An all-ages show meaning like you got performers of all ages and audience of all ages, which is awesome, because honestly, people who are under 18 should get to see more shows than they do. So I'm all in favor of that. It also meant, as one of the performers, Leland Sundries, we got all the lemonade that we could drink that night, which was kind of a treat. And the costume shop, I was curious how they did business outside of October. It seemed like they did pretty well selling bongs. I mean, it is Oregon after all. They had kind of a dusty counter under which there were some sex toys that seemed to not move as quickly as the bongs. I don't know. With the all ages show, I think there was a band that was making its worldwide debut that night. But there were also, I don't know about you, but I grew up, there were multiple forms of transportation when I was a teenager, Maybe I'd be with an older friend and I'd have my learner's permit and be able to drive, or I'd catch a bus. I had a bicycle. I had a skateboard, but I couldn't really do anything with it, so that didn't really count. But anyway, somehow in Grants Pass, Oregon, I don't know if they don't have as many forms of transportation or what, but so many of these folks had their parents driving them, so we had this kind of wonderful 2 layers of audience. There were the kids up front and the parents in the back. And I'm pretty sure that we got all the parents to be fans when me and my buddy Dan played a cover of Bob Dylan's Absolutely Sweet Marie. And I think all the kids were kind of like, But it ended up being a really fun night. We got some gas money and stuff like that. But, nights like that, it does make me really grateful for, like, a warm welcome in person or online. So I just want to tell that story to say, not to put those folks down. It did end up being a fun show. But just to say that we appreciate your hanging out and being here. I know it's only rock and roll, but I like it. I know it's only rock and roll, but I like it, and yes I do. I said I know it's only rock and roll, but I like it. I know it's only rock and roll, but I like it, and yes I do. Oh, I did too much Bigsbying. Got myself out of tune on that one. I think I just got one more tune for you kind folks, if that's cool. And then I'll
You can hit
turn
us
the
with
show
2 if you
over
want
to Rorie Kelly. 2 more songs? All right. It's hard to say no to Rorie Kelly. Let's see. All right. Forgive me, I'm going to lean forward and look at the comments again. By the way, I bought some harmonicas on the Goodwill auction site, and I swear to God, I think one of them either came from like Alanis Morissette's band or like some kind of Alanis Morissette cover band. And don't worry, I submerged them in 70% alcohol for a very long time. Yeah, I mean, check this out. Alanis Morissette stickers, I'm telling you. Clearly reserved for that part of the set. One hand in my pocket. What are folks saying? Year-round costume shop. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely year-round costume shop. Yeah, you don't need to wait until Halloween. Totally agree. Welcome, Claire Bear. Thank you for those. Yeah, Rory, I know you're willing to make it weird. It's one of the things that I love about your music. So let's pop this former Alanis Morissette harmonica into the thing here. Prop up my guitar a little bit so you can see it. Try to, anyway. I pray through gritted teeth, except about you. I pray the promises for you to come true. Ward pill stain on slate gray rug, broken away by the doorknob. Reminder of a panic night. You were darting through the place, backing up like a firebug. You could follow me to Memphis, but you won't follow me down. Told me once from your rusted tercel that you'd die in this town. I break through gritted teeth, except about you. I pray the promises for you to come true. Burned half your clothes, so they reminded you of me. The leopard print top you always wore to rockabilly shows we never got to see. Should have been there standing right down in front, shouting out the words on our tongues. The band name tattooed on your arm, red and gold, singing I will dare, bastards of young. I break through gritted teeth, except about you. I pray the promises for you to come true. Still sleep on my side of the bed. I still sleep on my side of the bed. We don't ever have to do that again. Charmed you by misquoting Faulkner, long lost happy on both of our shelves. Predictions of truck stop passion, but we were quite unready ourselves. I break through gritted teeth, except about you. I pray the promises for you to come true. I break through gritted teeth, accept a better you. I pray the promises for you to come true. I break through credity. Thank you so much. Oh, thanks, Rory. Well, that sounded oddly familiar. Well, maybe you've heard it before. It's been out a couple of years. It's on EP called Pray Through Gritted Teeth. We played it live a few times. And also, I stole a very small chord change from a Grateful Dead song. Not the whole thing, just like a little, like, first part of the chorus. But my melody's totally different, and the verse is like in a completely different key, and it's otherwise totally different. So I'm not going to tell you which Grateful Dead song, but yeah, there was one little nugget that I grabbed. I don't know that I did it. I don't think I did it consciously. I think I was at a show and I heard that song, and then I think a month later I was writing this song, and I think I was like, "Ooh, that's nice. Those chords are nice." And then I wrote the song, and then I think about 4 days after I wrote it, I was like, "Oh, well, totally different song." Still. Anyway, probably shouldn't have told you that. I feel like that's a trade secret, right? That you can steal a chord change, write a totally different melody over it, and have it be a different song. I don't do that consciously, though. I really don't. One more song. Let's see what song I'm gonna play. I want to play a silly song. Let's do a silly song. Silly songs are fun. Yeah, there's another one that's going to be on the upcoming record. So I don't know if anybody has followed me on Twitch so far. I'm going to start doing these a little more often from my channel. Not a little more often. I'm going to start doing them, period, and play a little bit from my channel. So please do follow me for whenever I get my stuff together enough to do that. And thank you to anybody who's followed me already. Like I was saying earlier, Leland Sundries. I mean, the name. I'll tell the quick story of the name, and maybe then turn it over. I don't know if I've got time for the last one, but the quick story is, I put a band together. My grandmother was a painter and a sculptor, and she had just passed away. And I'd been kind of putting a band together and starting to really play because I was too scared of it. And I thought, well, Grandma, she just made whatever amazing stuff that she was inspired to make, and I thought, well, there's no time to waste, like, time to put a band together. So soon after that we played a couple gigs, and I think we played them under like Nick Loss Eaton Band or something, and I was like, all right, we need a real name. I went down south with some friends to Memphis, to Mississippi. We kind of did a blues music pilgrimage, and there was this incredibly magical afternoon in Leland, Mississippi, where we visited with a blues man by the name of Eddie Cusick, who was telling us stories in his living room and playing us some songs, and was just like so welcoming and cool. And it was kind of foggy that morning, and when we left his place, it was just this beautiful day, and the fog was lifting, and there was this really cool mural by the train tracks. And I remember seeing a sign for the word Sundries somewhere in Memphis, and I'd always loved that word. My mom, I grew up with her using that word, and so I had a little notebook, and I'd written down some words for lyrics or a band name or something like that. And a couple days after getting back, I kind of stuck a bunch of the words together, and I was like, all right, well, either this musical project is going to be called Leland Sundries, or it's going to be called Supermarket Pastoral. and it was kind of leaning towards Supermarket Pastoral for a minute, just not for too long, but just a minute there. I was like, oh yeah, Supermarket Pastoral. And like Pastoral, would have been a reference to this Philip Roth novel that nobody would have gotten, and it just wasn't as good. So thankfully, a couple friends were like, no, you got to go with Leland Sundries. So it is Mississippi inspired, and there's a lot of incredible music that I feel like so many of us that play folk and Americana and rock and roll draw from a lot of that stuff. So, like I said, if you're kind enough to donate a couple bucks to tip tonight, I'll be giving half of that to organizations that'll be helping with the Jackson, Mississippi water crisis. It's been a few weeks now, and there's no end in sight. These folks have no drinkable water, and it's rough. It's really rough. So, anyway, on that note, I'm going to play a silly song. I'm going to tune up first because I like you. I'm going to turn up the twang knob here with that one. That's the twang knob. The comedian got fired from TV. He's got to feed his agent and their family. Find yourself a bougie artisanal sponsor, and buddy, you'll be home free. Maybe talk about films with your friends. Figured the world might as well listen in. Get yourself a USB mic and some hash. Turn your conversations into cash. You could talk about true crime, Battlestar Galactica dialogue lines, and street food would be fine. Try to get reviewed in the New York Times. Everyone's starting a podcast. Oh my God, what a pain in the ass. Listen to you talking endlessly. Will you smoke grass? See if Audible will buy it. Maybe Slate will decry it. Get affluent 40-somethings to try and take it out on the road. Whatever happened to the great American novel? I guess nobody really has the attention span. Unless it's read aloud with music and sound effects, and then it's a podcast, so I guess they can. Everyone's starting a podcast. Oh my God, a pain in the ass. Listen to you talking endlessly. You smoke grass. Well, people used to want to write screenplays and be like with Stillman back in the day, or no Baumbach if you weren't quite as good. Get some cult recognition to come your way. Now even that is passe. Don't you know? Well, now it's all postmodernism, honey. Everyone's starting a podcast. Pain in the ass. Listen to you talking endlessly while you smoke grass. By the way, I have nothing against anybody smoking grass. All right, thank you so much. I'm Leland Sundries. Turn it over to your host, Rory Kelly. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for coming and playing, everybody. I'm going to put those links in the comments one more time. Make sure you go throw some love in that virtual tip jar. Half of the proceeds are going to help with the Jackson water crisis, which is a really good cause. And, connect with some music, get some more of these tunes for your ears. All right, friends, you all know this is the time when I turn over the cast. I'm going to end this stream. I'm going to start a new stream. I have the word podcast in my head. This is not a podcast. We're on Twitch. I do have a podcast. Subscribe. It's called Sassafras Cast. It's really good. I'm going to turn over this stream. I'm going to end this stream and I'm going to start a fresh one. And I am going to sing to you. You have been
I'll be in the
warned.
comments with you.
Woo! Okay. See you in a couple, everybody.
See everybody in a minute.